Hello everybody, my name is Griffin, talking to you guys from Rishi Outpost, and today we're going to try something a little bit different than what we've done before on the channel. We're going to try our hand at a what-if story. This is a question that has certainly been on our minds at Rishi Outpost for a long time and has sparked endless debate and controversy in the fandom. So without further ado, here is our very serious and nuanced take to the question of, what if Coleman Trebor killed Count Dooku on Geonosis? The sun blazed over Geonosis as Coleman Trebor entered the Petranaki arena along with the 200 or so other Jedi led by Mace Windu, who had arrived in order to rescue Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Padme Amidala, as well as to shut down the Separatist plot to secede from the Republic led by former Jedi Count Dooku. Trebor and the other Jedi spread out around the arena in order to best prepare for the coming battle. Soon it was time for the Jedi to reveal themselves in dramatic fashion. They all sprung into action when Master Windu was attacked by Jango Fett as he confronted Count Dooku near the top of the arena. As they did so, Geonosins flew away by the hundreds and battle droids flooded into the arena from doors on the ground. Within a matter of seconds, the fighting grew ferocious as the Jedi warriors charged the battle droid lines. While a few battle droids were no problem for even an inexperienced Jedi apprentice to handle, hundreds of them at a time like this could overwhelm and kill even Jedi masters. Trebor joined the fray, deflecting laser blast after laser blast from the charging battle droids. As he crossed their lines, he sliced droid after droid to pieces. But no matter how many battle droids the Verk Jedi Master and his fellow Jedi cut down, more seemed to flood into the arena. Soon Jedi began to fall. Dozens were cut down in the span of a couple minutes. It was clear to Trebor that as the battle was going, the Jedi would soon be wiped out. Trebor looked up to the viewing box where Master Windu had jumped down to avoid the bounty hunter Jango Fett's attack. Several of the Separatist leaders who had stood up there before the battle had fled, but Count Dooku, leader of the entire Separatist movement, remained, viewing the battle with confidence, along with the bounty hunter acting as his bodyguard. Trebor realized if he could eliminate Dooku here and now, he just might be able to win this battle for the Jedi and possibly even stop a war. He would be a hero to the Jedi Order and to the galaxy. Not that that was an important factor in his decision. Jedi were supposed to be servants, not celebrities. But if it would do the most good for the galaxy, then it was what he had to do. His decision was made. Trebor began a running charge toward the side of the arena where Dooku's viewing area was. He continued to deflect laser blasts from droids that were coming faster and faster as more droids poured into the arena. He cut down several B-1 and B-2 battle droids on his way. When he got within several meters of the edge of the arena, he leapt up into the viewing balcony where Dooku was standing. As he leapt through the air, he centered his mind and focused on the bounty hunter Jango Fett. Fett was notorious, the fastest shot in the galaxy. He had to be ready. He would be ready. He landed on the platform and immediately positioned his saber to block the incoming attacks directed at him by Fett. He deflected several blasts from Jango's Westar 34 blaster pistols. Then, in one swift motion, he swung his green saber and severed Fett's head. The bounty hunter's body crumbled to the ground. With Fett out of the way, Trebor turned his attention to Dooku. The Count was visibly alarmed by the sudden death of his acting bodyguard. He reached for the curved hilt of his saber on his belt. The former Jedi was hailed as perhaps the most skilled lightsaber duelist in the Order before his departure, and Trebor knew he would have to end the fight quickly if he was to have a chance at subduing the Count. As Dooku grabbed the hilt, Trebor swung his saber and cut off both of Count's hands. Dooku gasped in pain. His hands fell to the ground. Trebor caught the curved hilt as it left Dooku's detached hand and ignited the crimson blade. Dooku was on his knees, defeated by the Verk Jedi Master. Coleman Trebor stood over the Count for a moment. He put the two lightsabers he held into an X around the Separatist leader's neck. The code forbade killing an unarmed being, but it also required a Jedi to do what they could to help the people of the galaxy. And now, that meant ensuring the Separatist rebellion was put down, right now. For the Republic, he said quietly, as he brought the saber blades together and separated the fallen Jedi's head from his body. Count Dooku was dead. Coleman Trebor turned and looked out over the Petranaki arena. While the deaths of Count Dooku and Jango Fett certainly hadn't hurt the Jedi's chances of winning this battle, they were still being overwhelmed by the droids and Geonosis warriors. He had to find a way to shut down the droid army. He knew that the Trade Federation leader, Newt Gunray, would have the codes to shut down the entire droid army remotely. He had to figure out where he was hiding. He concentrated intensely and reached out through the Force. It was surprisingly easy to sense Gunray's fear. Most of the Geonosis warriors who had stayed for the battle were too hive-minded to fear for their own lives, and the highly disciplined Jedi gave off very little fear as well. The droids, of course, showed no emotion through the Force at all. That left Gunray cowering in a hidden viewing area several levels down, along with his associate, Rune Hako, who was just as afraid as the Viceroy. Trebor trusted his instincts as he ran down the hallways and staircases of the arena to where he thought Gunray was hiding. He arrived at a sealed door. He cut through and burst into the room where Gunray, Hako, and several B-2 super battle droids guarded them. He easily cut down the droids and pulled Gunray and Hako down to the ground with the Force as they tried to run away. "Gunray, it's over," Trebor said firmly. "Dooku is dead. Tell me the codes to shut down the droid army, or you will be joining him very quickly." He put the green blade of his lightsaber to Gunray's throat. "You Jedi will never kill an unarmed being. I will tell you nothing, fool," Gunray replied defiantly. "Oh really?" Trebor turned and slashed his saber through the chest of Gunray's companion, Rune Hako. The Nemoidian cried out and then went silent. His lifeless body went limp to the ground. "You're next unless you give me what I need, Trade Federation scum." Okay, I'll give you the codes, Jedi Master," Gunray said, terrified and defeated. Moments later, Coleman Trebor typed in shutdown orders to the droids via Viceroy Gunray's surrendered datapad. He keyed in transmit, and sure enough, as he turned to look out the viewing window, every single droid in the arena had shut down. The former weapons of war now went limp, and many fell over or dropped their blasters. The few remaining Geonosis warriors were now outnumbered by the Jedi and either surrendered or fled the arena, flying away. Soon after the shutdown of the droids, Master Yoda arrived with the Republic's new clone army. The droid foundries on Geonosis were seized or destroyed by the newly formed Grand Army of the Republic in a matter of hours, although somehow or another the remaining Separatist leaders who Master Kenobi had reported to be on the planet were nowhere to be found. With those leaders on the run, combined with the fact that there were droid foundries across the galaxy capable of producing battle droids in unimaginable quantities, a war between the Separatists and Loyalist factions of the Republic seemed inevitable. Once they returned to Coruscant, Coleman Trebor joined Mace Windu and Yoda as they met with the three former prisoners of the Geonosians, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Padme Amidala. At the end of the meeting, Trebor shook hands with each of them. Young Skywalker had a particularly firm handshake. The boy was lucky, Trebor thought. Some Jedi had lost their limbs in the battle. Later, Trebor met with just Master Yoda and Master Windu. "The Separatists must be brought to heel and punished for their treason against the Republic," Trebor stated emphatically. "Careful you must be, Master Trebor. Allow your anger to cloud your judgment you must not," Yoda chided. "Indeed," Master Windu added, "we all lost people we cared about today, but we have to focus on what we can do to end the war as swiftly as possible. That's why we wanted you to be a part of this discussion, Master Trebor. After your heroics on Geonosis, we believe we need your tenacity to help us end this war." Coleman Trebor was proud to hear his actions had given him more say in how to conduct the war. The better for everyone that he be listened to by the people at the top. "I'm honored, my masters. Let's get started on a strategy." Elsewhere, the cyborg, General Grievous, leader of the remaining Separatist droid armies, contacted his only living master, Darth Sidious. "General, my plans have suffered a setback with the loss of Count Dooku, and Gunray's capture is a threat that must be dealt with. But it is all of little concern. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful than the Count. And then we will be invincible," Grievous's master assured him. "Yes, my lord. I will bring the Republic to its knees," Grievous replied. While Grievous felt no personal sadness for Dooku's death, he was surprised that the Count was bested one-on-one by another Jedi. If they ever crossed paths, Coleman Trebor's lightsaber would be a fine addition to his collection.